It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's Maddest Writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1656, recorded Thursday, January 4th, 2018. The worst of 2017. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have the worst gadgets of 2017. We take a look down memory lane and cover some of our most undesirable gadgets of the year. All next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the Salem Show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, bringing in the new year of 2018. Dick DeBartolo, how you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing fine, sir. And you?
Doing good. Doing great. It's a new year. Oh, here I have.
It's a new year. We welcomed into New Year together. Oh, you still have it? Oh my God!
Woo!
You're getting some more use out of it.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I know.
Perfect.
It's tax deductible.
Chad and I did it. We did a live welcoming in the new year, both in New York and in Texas. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
And we had special effects. The special effects alone, it's up on YouTube. The special effects alone were worth it. We had King Kong and
huge 15-story ball that released on Manhattan.
And that spaceship that flew
by. Oh
by.
My gosh, we had searchlights and party disco lights going throughout the whole city.
Exactly.
You were on a communications tower in the middle of New York. It was
in the middle of New York. Yeah. Crazy. So I think that was our most expensive thing we did this year. I was in for almost $39.
Yeah, man.
I know. Well,
alone.
Oh, the internet. Yeah, add that. It's $39.50.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. So in this episode, we take a look back at 2017, and we're gonna start off. It's kind of like when someone says, we got some good news and we got some bad news, and we're gonna start off with the bad news and end with the good news. So this episode, go ahead.
The bad stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah. And when we say bad, it was stuff like the first thing here was, are they kidding? Okay. But they weren't. Well, they weren't kidding, but I think the people's reaction made them rethink it. All right. So the gadget is called Tapdo. 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 Okay. A little device that guy's holding in his hand. You can either wear it on your body or it comes with a wrist strap. And the idea here is you could do up to 23 functions with each hand by using every various part of your fingers and palms. Okay? So I said to the woman, how could you possibly remember what part of the finger does what? And she said, well, you'll assign fingers to do things. For example, one finger could be your music finger. And then the 5 parts of that finger will advance the song, bring the song back, adjust the volume or the last track. And another finger could be your light finger. Anyway, so they were looking for 45,000, I guess, euro dollars. And they ended up with 45,242 euro.
They just squeaked by.
Yes, exactly. Normally we say, what do you think they came up with? And it's like 10 times what they wanted, you know? So as
they
you go back to that,
100.002% of their funding goal achieved.
And as you'll see, go back to that photo again, they decided to cancel the funding, okay?
Cancel the funding.
And they wrote somewhere on their Kickstarter website that they decided people did not want another device to wear to do all these things. And now the plan was to sell that technology to a company that might want to incorporate it into like a watch that you already, something that you would already wear.
Right.
It doesn't overcome.
You'd think that they would have they would have come to that conclusion before investing in the movie that they made and the Kickstarter and the prototype. But
yeah, I mean, maybe it's an age thing. Could you remember 23 parts of your fingers and what they would do?
No, and it looked like the technology also wasn't incredibly specific. It looked like it was using biometric data. It was using your fingerprints, and you know you have a different fingerprint on the tip of your finger, on the middle part of your finger, on the part of your finger that's closest to your palm. And so I don't know exactly what they're gonna sell. The idea? Do they patent that? If you can figure out how to read a fingerprint, you think you'd be able to read 20 different fingerprints.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, so if that was your favorite gadget of the year, it ain't coming out.
Sorry. Yeah, it's
sorry.
Dead dud.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's hear your first choice on your list of things that you were not crazy about.
I've tried to do. I think I've chosen all the things that I've had in my crappy corner, and you know my crappy corner tends to lend itself to be in the worst category.
Yes, because you are financially restrained.
Right, exactly. And also theme restrained. And also it's called Crappy Corner. So which we aim for the crappier gadgets. But this one kind of stands out as one of those that I had high hopes for, but did not live up to its high hopes. And that is the Angry Mama. These Angry Mama, what the idea is that you take your Angry Mama, inside are lines to fill it up with vinegar and fill it up with water, and then you microwave the Angry Mama and it will release the water and vinegar mixture into your microwave, cleaning your microwave. And it's only vinegar and water, so it's not chemicals or anything like that. And these things are popular. Let me tell you, you can go to Bed Bath & Beyond and pick up an Angry Mama. You can go to Amazon, and there's about 500 different people white labeling the Angry Mama in different forms. You'll see different colors, different brands, different, I mean, I don't know who actually invented the Angry Mama, but I feel like they lost a lot in IP, intellectual property, because it seems like everyone and their mama, their Angry Mama, is making an Angry Mama. Now, I went ahead and tested this in my own microwave, and the first thing that was obvious was the smell. This thing stunk to high heavens. The vinegar and water mixture made the entire kitchen smell like vinegar. And I also didn't feel like it did any better of a job than a normal wipe, Lysol wipe, and then just going back over and diluting, you know, putting water, you know, like if you use Lysol wipes in your microwave and then we're worried about the chemicals, well, you could just spray some water in there and make sure you rinse out the inside of your microwave. I did not find that the Angry Mama did anything to warrant its price point. And it's not very expensive. It's only a few dollars. But still, there's just no real reason to own an Angry Mama. If we look at Amazon right now, you can see all the different versions that people are selling.
Goodness!
Now they even have
and
one
they're all from the same mold. It looks like there are now two molds.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one with Angry Mama, I guess, holding her nose.
Yeah, because that's what you're going to have to do.
Oh, no, that's the fridge deodorizer. That's
look at that fridge deodorizer, Mama. Yeah, so you can see what I mean, that everyone decided that the way to differentiate this product was to sell it in different colors. There's even now an Angry Volcano, so there you go. Just in case you were hoping to get...
and that's even higher priced, right?
Look at that. Yeah, so that's $12. These are about $7 or $8 for the Angry Mama. I did not find that the Angry Mama was a very good microwave cleaner, unless if you really want your kitchen to smell like vinegar. So that's the first one on my worst of 2017 list.
Okay.
What do you got?
Well, let's show just a touch of the commercial for Laser Bond, if you have the link to it there, because Laser Bond is a miracle, fix anything, liquid plastic resin
And here
that repairs anything in 3 seconds. So they're just like
here's the
20
video.
seconds of it. Yeah.
You try messy glue, but now you're stuck holding pieces together. Fingers stick and glue never works. What you need is Laser Bond, the amazing liquid plastic that fixes, fills, fastens, and seals virtually anything in as little as 3 seconds. Laser Bond is not a glue or epoxy, but a unique liquid plastic that only hardens with the UV light. Watch in real time. Simply apply, aim the UV light, and in just 3 seconds, you have a permanent repair that lasts. Plastic, metal, glass, or wood, repairs are fixed right with a UV light. The magic? A powerful liquid plastic compound that hardens strong as a rock under ultraviolet light. Now fill in plumbing leaks in 3 seconds or
that's
less.
good. That's good. All right, so I got several
Does
letters
it make that
saying-
sound whenever it
I got several emails saying the light makes no difference. It just hardens by itself. So I don't know if it does or not. Also, I was wondering, the one person was using the UV light through that pane of glass, through that thick table.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, wait a minute, does UV light? Maybe it does go through the table. Anyway, so I bought some because I had broken the frame on my glasses. And I put it together. Actually, I had Dennis do it because he has way more patience than I do. He glued the frame back on. It looked great. I wore them. I was so excited by it. I went on eBay and found that I could buy 3 packages of it for like $10. So there are the glasses there. The lens had fallen out. It wasn't the frame. It was the lens had fallen out because the plastic rim that holds the frame had broken. So I went out and I bought, I think they were 3 for $10. I bought 6 of them. I figured I'm going to be giving these to friends to put things together. I figured I'd take them down the marina because in one of the Laser Bond commercials, they actually glue a boat together. And I figure people will be out at sea and I'll be rescuing boats. Well, then 2 days later, my glasses broke again. And there was still a big dab of the Laser Bond already on the lens. And I thought, you know what? This working for 48 hours isn't good. And now there's such a big lump where I repaired it once and it broke it where I repaired it. I thought this is going from must have to must throw out.
Laser Bond.
laser bomb, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good idea. I have to make a note of that. I should do a takeoff on this for Mad and call it Laser Bomb. Anyway, so that to me,
now I'm curious. What would it be? It would be lip balm that only works when you shine a laser at your lips. Laser balm.
You know, I think I would do really ridiculous things. You know, like an airplane ready to take off and the wing is coming off, and they go, hang on. Bring out 2 tubes of Laser Bond. Tell those 300 people to just stay in their seats.
Calm down. There you go.
Yeah, calm down. Tell them, show them we're using Laser Bond. And we're going to leave it on for 8 seconds.
8 seconds. It's just that fast.
For their total security.
The whole airplane hears wow, wow.
Yes, exactly. And they'll be secure when they hear that sound. Yeah,
exactly.
All right, so that was another sounded good, and it was too good to be true.
Exactly.
Okay, and now back to you.
Back to me. This was actually one of the gadgets that we first showed off on our first episode back in 2013 or 2017. How old is this show? In 2017, And this was a gadget that was given to me by my parents as a funny little gadget that they thought would fit well on the Giz Wiz. This is the toy driver. The toy driver is a screwdriver made specifically for those itty-bitty screws that come at the bottom of toys that you have to open up and get at the batteries.
Yes.
So this seemed like a fantastic product that would work well on the Giz Wiz because I am so frustrated by those stinking batteries that always need those silly covers. So we did this live. This was a live review on the Giz Wiz, and there hasn't been many other gadgets that have been such a disastrous live review. First off, it wouldn't work at all. As much as I pushed the button at the top, it would just absolutely not work. There was a socket that was missing. I only had the Phillips head. I did not have the flathead bit. And finally, after pressing as absolutely hard as I could to get the button to actually depress and work, it gave the weakest, absolute weakest little screw motion to unscrew or rescrew in any toys. And the Amazon reviews also show off my issue.
Almost equal 5-star and equal to 1-star.
Exactly, 40% 5-star, but also 39%, only a percent away, 1-star reviews, and that's the lowest. You can't give a 0-star review.
Yeah, look at those. Do not buy. Didn't work. Works great for a few hours.
It was not a very good product, and it was so bad. This is how bad you can really tell. I threw it away. Normally, even if a gadget is bad, I keep it around. I don't have it with me because I threw it in the trash can because it was just taking up space. Normally, I'll keep a gadget, even if it's crummy, but that one just had no use in my life. So the toy driver really does take the claim for one of the very worst gadgets that we covered.
And how much was it? Was it $10?
Let me look. It was, I think, around $10. Let me grab that Amazon link again. I just closed out of that page. It is $8.79. So yeah,
okay,
not the cheapest. You know, it's fair price if it worked, but it didn't work.
Didn't work.
Okay, now back to you.
Okay, well, you were the one when I talked about Fidget Tech. Okay, Fidget Tech was a company that was not only going to make fidget spinners, but they made a fidget spinner that came with a little suction cup tube so that when you were done spinning it and playing with it, you could turn it into a phone stand. Except I could never get the suction cups at either end to stick to anything, which was not a good thing. But then they said, we are coming out with an entire line of spinners that will do incredible things. The fidget spinner memory stick, the fidget spinner audio divider, so that when you were done spinning it, you could plug in one sound device and then that would pair off and power 2 sets of headphones. So while I was looking, I started doing this project last week. I went to the Fidget Spinner Fidget Tech website, and the stuff was still there. The little phone stand thing was still there, $15, very expensive. And then all the other things they talked about said, coming soon. And today, when I sent you the links, I thought, I'll just recheck the links, that the links are still good. And the fidget spinner link doesn't go to fidget spinner anymore. So now, if you go to fidgettech.com, it goes
to DE World.
DE World is the parent company. Okay. So about DE World, and then if you go on down, products, audio stick on.
Yeah,
are they gone off that too?
Actually, way down here we got Fidget Tech. Oh, look at this video of what used to be Fidget Tech.
And the man with There's a man saying, "Oh my, yeah,
wow,
fun and functional."
Yeah.
So evidently,
Fidget Tech is no more.
Is no more.
Oh no.
Well, the company's still around, and the one thing that they do have there in Newsroom takes you back to the announcement that they're going to be at CE Week in July 2017. so
yeah, there is Fidget Tech. Yeah, that logo.
Coming.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay.
So there's something that you don't even have to worry about avoiding because
it hasn't been solved.
It's gone.
By the way, funny, just a really funny Easter egg that YouTube does is on any video that mentions fidget spinners.
Yes.
The YouTube, this is youtube.com. If I just refresh this page, their loading logo turns into a fidget spinner.
Oh, how funny.
Instead of the normal dots, it will show you a fidget spinner spinning around whenever you talk about that in your video.
How clever. No, that's very funny. Do they do it on a lot of different things, or is that you just happen to know? Oh,
I think if you have fidget spinner in the title, basically.
Right.
Then,
no, I mean, like if you do trains.
I wish.
Anything?
That'd be great.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, when you look for our show, is there a person holding their nose?
Yeah, exactly. It's a mustache spinning around.
Oh, it's a mustache. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, your turn.
Okay, so back to me. The crappy corner segment sometimes just gives you the crappiest, the absolute crappiest. And I believe that this gadget came from the CVS week. I think it was something like that. But this is even the other ones that are bad and that I've said are pretty bad. This is the worst. This is absolutely the worst. This was the Vivicam 54 by Vivitar, and this is a tiny itty bitty little digital camera. And the idea is that instead of buying those disposable cameras that shoot actual film and go in and get it developed, you would buy something that was about the same price and you could get it digitally. There were so many things wrong with this camera. First, the quality of photo that it took was absolutely horrendous. Second, in order to get those photos off of your camera, you had to use a proprietary USB cable, which I have since lost, so I can't even show you the crummy photos that it took. Third, if you happened to open up the battery compartment while your photos were still stored on the camera, it would erase all of your photos. Its memory wasn't good enough to stay in memory if it lost power, and it uses 3 AAA batteries in order to power the camera. So not only were they crummy photos, not only was it a pain to get them off of the device, but if you opened up the battery compartment anytime after taking your photos, you would lose your photos completely. One of the worst products ever. And
I think you paid $20 or something.
Yeah, it was not too inexpensive. It was I was sitting there thinking, wow, that's really inexpensive for a digital camera. But yeah, it cost $30.
Oh my.
Here it is on Amazon, 2 stars out of 20 reviews. There is only a single 5-star review. Everything else gives it 3, 2, or 1 stars.
Yes. When it gets 70% in the 1-star category.
I agree. Would not turn on. Batteries were applied. There's some really crummy reviews. Even the reviews are badly written. But this is probably the worst gadget I've ever spent money on. The Vivitar 54. Sorry, the Vivitar Vivicam 54, and this isn't even the camera. They put some other camera, the Vivitar 5024, on their Amazon
page. Right.
Yeah, that's a much better camera. That would be false advertising in my. That's what it looked like.
There it is.
But yeah, this is definitely the crummiest electronic gadget ever. 5.1 megapixels, and it does shoot video. I think that is VGA video. I don't think that's anything to write home about, but
God.
Avoid. If you see a camera that looks similar to this in your local CVS or Walgreens, avoid it. Avoid it, folks.
And it's only built-in memory?
Only built-in memory, no expandable memory at all. That's probably what I did. I took some photos and went, oh, let me see. Does this have an SD card? Nope. All the photos were deleted. Yeah, it was even hard to review because it was...
honey, you want to see those wedding pictures? Hang on here. Let me just put in some fresh batteries for you.
Exactly. And I mean, the idea was that you would buy that instead of a disposable camera, so your vacation photos might even be on it. Or whatever memories. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Vivitar's new Memories Gone digital camera system.
Exactly.
The memory is unlimited. Need more memory? Open the battery compartment.
Exactly. Take as many photos as you can. Man, yeah. So that was definitely one of the worst. Okay, back to you.
Okay, back to me with the Neg Maker. Okay, you can just run a touch of that YouTube video of me. So the Neg Maker was a device that lets you take hard-boiled eggs and deshell them in just a minute or so. So you take this little thing, you take a hard-boiled egg, you put in a tiny bit of water, and then you shake it around, and then the I'm doing it there. The shell will come off, and in their YouTube video or their on-screen video, there's a woman doing I think she does. I have it here. She does a dozen hard-boiled eggs in 4 minutes, peeling them off. So I did it, and I peeled off the shell and some of the egg. And it took a fair amount of time. What I thought was going to happen with this gadget was expensive, $20 and $3.50 shipping. And I figured once this catches on, it's going to be like $9.99 or whatever. So I checked today. It's still $20. The only thing that has changed is that it's now free shipping for Amazon Prime. But... hang on a second. Right after we showed this, ta-da, I got this email from Ron Dupre regarding the Neg boiled egg peeler. It's not the design that peels eggs. If the Neg people think they can fool us with the little egg-shaped protrusions on the plastic body, and that it's magic that makes it work, they have made an egregious error.
See what you did there? Yeah.
See what he did? There's a YouTube video called 35 Unbelievable Cooking Hacks. It features a highly sophisticated version of the egg peeler. It processes 5 eggs at a time, and it's way cheaper. I believe he's just using
Tupperware you have at your house, and there's some more hacks. And I can confirm every time that I cook eggs now, or hard-boil eggs, I do the exact same thing. I go find a Tupperware container that can hold a few eggs. I fill it about halfway. After I put the eggs in, I fill it about halfway full of water, and then you shake it. And the eggs bounce together, they kind of hit each other, they hit the side of the Tupperware, and it cracks the shell exactly like is shown in your video, and you just pull it right on off. Just pull it straight off. No $20 single egg at a time device needed. This is just a normal thing you can do with any egg.
Yeah. Now, someone else emailed me, and this doesn't seem like it would work. Someone else emailed me and said, you can do the exact same thing with a mason jar.
Yeah, I believe you could.
Do you think you could? Okay. See, isn't Tupperware have a little bit of give to it?
A small amount, but still the water in there kind of stops it from just slamming.
I see.
Yeah, and then also I found that it seems to be the eggs bumping up against the other eggs also causes a lot of of it. I feel like, I also feel like, I thought we got a video of someone trying it with a mason jar, but yeah, I agree. A mason jar, Tupperware. This is not some magical device. This is water, a hard container that won't let the water fling out when you shake it, and a few hard-boiled eggs, and you got your own.
You have your own hack, your own free hack.
Yeah, so you don't have to spend $17.95 for the Neg hard-boiled egg peeler.
Yeah.
I can't. At least 314 people bought.
Yeah, and it's pretty good reviews, right?
Yeah, exactly. We just need to tell them. We just need to go in there. Go, you people are crazy! Open your eyes to the...
Open your eyes and watch the Giz Wiz show.
The tyranny of the Neg! Exactly. So that's why. It wasn't really a bad product, but it did make it on our worst gadget list because it's a gadget you don't need. You don't need to buy it.
Right. Well, we learned to make a workaround, which we may not have thought of if they hadn't said, oh, you put an egg in the thing and you shake it, but it doesn't have to be the thing you showed us. Just another thing.
Just anything.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Anything that holds water.
I think I'm all out of gadgets, so you take another.
Oh, okay. So this is one of those things that you can run a little of this video because it looks so amazing that I wanted this thing. I don't have a car, but I wanted this to actually hang on the wall in Disneyland. It is the Sound Music activated car sticker equalizer glow blue LED light. There you see it operating there. And it was inexpensive, $11. And when I buy things on Amazon, I always buy 2 of them so that if I mess one up while we're doing a video, I have a backup and don't have to wait for another one to be shipped. So the first one ran for about 5 minutes and then just died. Then the second one, kind of like with my glasses with the glue, it worked great. For 2 days. And then I came in one day and it also was dead. And so I went online and I was reading reviews. First of all, on Amazon, it fills up the whole back window of a car.
Right. But they A, probably photoshopped it, and B, that is a Fiat, which is the tiniest car you could possibly ever buy. It's like smaller than a Mini Cooper in terms of size.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I still think it was photoshopped to be larger than it is.
I think so because it's 18 inches wide, which is kind of smallish, but it's not even 5 inches high. Then it comes with a little box that is supposed to dial in how responsive it is. I found if you put it toward the low side, nothing happened. If you kept turning it up and turning it up and turning it up, nothing happened. And when you got near the top, then everything you said, it went all the way to the top with the bars. So it was almost impossible to adjust. And then after the second one burned out, I read some of the reviews, and people who sort of liked it said, beware. This generates the box that controls it generates a lot of heat. And I think the box I have was ready to melt.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm thinking, you know what? Even though it's 12 volts, this is not a great thing to have in a car. I assume when you shut your ignition, it's going to go off. So it won't be heating up when you're not there. So I returned one of I had returned one of them already. And the second one I just threw out because I didn't feel like packing it up and just for the 1099. But that was a big disappointment. When it worked for those few minutes, I thought that's a dazzling kind of light, but it was very, very short-lived. So something else that ended up on our crappy list.
Perfect.
And,
I forgot. I do have one more. Go ahead.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
No. I was going to say it's very funny because I was just looking at my list, and I wrote on my list, remind Chad that my two things that I thought he had were real crappy was Angry Mama, microwave cleaning device, iDriver, a low-torque battery-operated screwdriver. So they were both on your list.
Yep, definitely.
What is your? Because I have one final one, too.
The final thing that I forgot to mention was the Instant Brownie Baker, the Rapid Brownie Baker. This is a way to make brownies in your microwave, and I tested it out on the Giz Wiz. It has little lines so that you can get the ingredients just right. And it made the brownies just fine. About, you make them, and it takes a lot shorter of a time than preheating the oven and getting everything ready.
And the object was, that was the bowl and everything, right? Is that what it was?
This is your measuring cup. So you would put water in here, an egg in here, some oil in there, and your brownie mix all the way up to this line. There's a few lines on it, as you can kind of see in there. So you kind of got opaque versus clear. And then you would pour it all into this, and then you would mix it up, and then this would go in the microwave and come out with brownies. And that worked, and it made I ate a brownie or two until I came back about an hour or two later, and the brownies had become bricks. And when I say bricks, I mean you could have made a house out of them. They were so hard, I could pick it up out of the brownie baker and slam it on my granite countertop, and it wouldn't dent the brownie. These brownies somehow became as hard as rocks after you let them sit out. So in the end,
did you substitute cement for flour? No. That's a common chef's mistake.
I swear I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite an amazing achievement that they made such hard brownies. In fact, here, let me see if I can...
Someone in the chat room says, Masons, take note. This could be a contractor's device.
How to make your own brownies into buildings. Yeah, I think that maybe it was the next episode that we covered just how crummy the brownies turned out to be, because... it's not in this episode, but yeah, they turned into rocks. So the device, it worked. If you want to eat your brownies immediately after they come out, I could see you doing it, but beware for the bake sale brownies, because they will become very, very hard. Was that the last device on your list, or is there one that
I just wanted to do an update. If you can go to the link for the combo smoke CO detector that we talked about last week. There it is. Okay. So last week when we talked about it, it had 108 reviews, all 5 stars. Now it has dropped down to 61 reviews. And when you click on all customer reviews and then click on filter, last week, all reviews were people who did not buy it. Now click on verified reviewer. I think it's filter by. The second one, there it is. Verified purchase only.
Oh, okay. We got one.
Now one person actually bought it and gave it 1 star. It is no louder than a child's toy. They would never wake you up. This is not good for a smoke,
a fire
CO detector,
exactly.
Right? And he put brand new 9-volt batteries in them. But take a look back up. It is no longer
available. Currently unavailable.
Currently, we don't know when or if this item will be back in stock.
Looks like it took a while, but Amazon took it out. They said,
yes.
Not a good gadget.
Yeah. Maybe Mr. Amazon, maybe Andy Amazon watches the show.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was sitting there and he goes, wait a minute. What? Oh, those guys are right. Let me adjust those.
Yes.
Let me adjust those things.
Yeah. Amazon has detected a scam here and shut it down. But that's good because you definitely don't want to be playing around with
the thing was
safety equipment.
Yes, it sounded so great until I realized if the reviews are made up.
Yeah.
How do I know this is not an empty box with an LED that's going to blink and I'm going to think, well, I'm protected.
Man, I really hope I'll be woken up in the middle of a fire. Is there a child's toy going off somewhere in the house? I must have to wake up and find that. Oh gosh, the house is on fire.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, Jeff Bezos is on it. He shut it down.
He did it.
Okay, well, that is it for the worst gadgets of 2017. But before we go, hey, don't go anywhere because we have a what the heck is it? It's 2018 now. We have a new
yes,
what the heck
we have
is it?
a January, February 2018 what the heck is it game.
And so all you have to do is head on over to gizwiz.biz, scroll down, see the what the heck is it banner right there. Click on that. And you'll be taken to this month's What the Heck Is It? And there it is. That's the whole gadget.
That is the gadget.
Nothing but the gadget. And I gotta say, I already know what it is. It's obvious. You've heard of Product Red. They make red products to fight AIDS. Well, this is a Product Red bottle opener. I figured it out. There we go.
I cannot comment.
Cannot confirm nor deny. But if you think you know what it is, now things are a little different now because we're not living on Mad Magazine's dime anymore.
No, so it's 6 copies for the right answer, up to a dozen for the wrong answer. I will personally be responsible for $2.97 posted for each one. I checked it out. I checked out Meteor Mail, which is 11 cents cheaper, but it gets there about 4 months after the issue's off sale. I'm praying that they send me issues so I don't have to go out and buy issues.
Yeah.
But I covered myself. And said, if I have no January, February issues,
right,
you will get some collectible. If you live in the U.S. It's U.S. Mailing only. And if you've missed many episodes, Mad New York City closed. When it closed, along went the stockroom, and along goodbye went the mailroom. Okay, so it was very easy for me to get Mads, address them, put them in the mailroom. That is all changed now. Hopefully, they'll still mail me Mads. And it'd be kind of ridiculous for me to autograph them and then mail them to California for them to mail to you.
Send these out.
So.
Okay, well that is the What the Heck Is a game, so get a plan over at gizwiz.biz. Also, big thank you to our patrons. And the month of January is a little bit different because we have 2 episodes being taken up by the best and worst of. And the reason we're recording 2 episodes ahead of time is because we're going to CES, and we'll probably have a ton of CES gadgets to show off. So for the patrons, we're going to give you guys a month break, and starting in February, we're going to send you guys a new a poll to do Chad's Crappy Corner. So for January, we're going to just be covering CES gadgets. That said, big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com/GizWiz. You guys make the show happen every single week. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you so much for giving back to the show. And if you want to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/GizWiz. Also, some people don't want to give reoccurring or want to give reoccurring through PayPal instead of through Patreon. We have a way for you to do that at our website, gizwiz.tv. Click the Patreon tab at the top and scroll down, and there is a link for PayPal donations as well. Big thanks to everybody who supports the show. If you do it through PayPal or through Patreon, big thanks to you guys. That is it for our worst of. Next episode will be the best of, ending on a high note. So we'll see you next week.
I'll be here.